Doing these 5 things is going to help you get set up the right way for your future retirement. So if you're thinking that you might be 5 years out, or even if you might be a little bit closer, this can be helpful for you. And if you'd like some helpful resources related to retirement specifically, then check the description below because I put some helpful links down there for you. Now, on to the first thing. Don't think about the numbers just yet. Start out by thinking about your reason why behind wanting to retire. This is critical because we've seen a lot of people who feel fulfilled in retirement, and we also see people who feel bored or lost in retirement. And finding your motivation and your why behind retiring, that's a very key part to enjoying this next stage of life. And maybe it's obvious, or maybe it's just a thought because you're at a certain age and the rule of thumb says you should start planning for retirement at this age, but here's a good question to ask yourself. What would I be able to do in retirement that I can't do now? I would consider taking out a sheet of paper and answering that question. What will I be able to do in retirement that I can't do now? And as a side note, we've heard quite a few people retiring and then wondering a few months in, is this it? What am I supposed to be doing all day? And it really takes, it's quite an adjustment. It takes quite a while to get back to a point where they feel like they're moving in the right direction. So think about that question. And I put a link, if you're interested, below to a guide on how to find your purpose in retirement, so you can request that below as well. One other thought related to this point is, rather than thinking that you have to go cold turkey and work 0 hours, go from working 40 or 50 hours to 0, maybe think about what semi-retirement could look like. What's half-time? Or maybe what's a different position in a different place that's less stressful. That could be a great way to transition into this new stage of life. So the second point is, take a guess at what your monthly expenses are going to be in retirement. So how much would you need to be coming in to your bank to cover those expenses? And then look at your current expenses. You could use your current expenses, or you could think about whether expenses are going to go up or down in retirement and start to think about those numbers. There's some helpful tools out there that can help automatically track your expenses now and categorize them for you. Things like, there's services like mint.com, which would be a free software, I believe, still, that helps categorize things and look at expenses more closely. But take a look at that. Then number 3 is look at and research your healthcare options. A couple things to do are ask HR. Are there any options after you leave work? Another thing is maybe look at your spouse's plan and their options. Are you going to hop on your spouse's plan for a few years before 65? And maybe check out, see how much it would cost if you're under 65. What would health insurance cost before you get to that Medicare age? Then number 4 is get organized on your future income sources and assets. So write down your Social Security. You can log on to ssa.gov, I believe, and check your Social Security. You can write down any pension income you might have. Look at your 401ks, IRAs, other accounts that you may draw from in retirement. And then with those pre-tax accounts, think about, you may have to wait till age 59 and a half before you can take money out of them without a penalty. There's some 401ks that allow you to take money out at 55 or after and also not pay a penalty, so that's something to look into. And then with Social Security, look at when, with the different ages, 62 or full retirement age at 66 or 67. I recorded another video on working while taking Social Security and some other Social Security videos below, so check those out. Then run at least 3 retirement calculators. So you can also check out the how much do I need to retire quiz below, because I put that together for you as well. Another retirement calculator that I like is from, I believe it's called NerdWallet. If you Google NerdWallet retirement calculator, that's kind of an easy one to look at. So either the one below or NerdWallet could be an option for you. And then you could look at Google too. Finally, I'd consider start tracking your net worth if you're not doing that already. This is so important because once you figure out the income and the assets that you'll need in retirement, then the net worth number, a single number, can be a great way and one of the easiest ways to make sure that you're on track to get to those goals that you had written down. Mint.com is another way that you can track net worth. At Streamline, we actually create a private dashboard for our clients that looks something like this, a simplified version where it's got really your entire financial life in one place and tracks your net worth as well. Whatever you use, tracking net worth is going to be a helpful exercise as you're getting close to retirement. So if you have questions about retirement planning or investing or income planning or even taxes around retirement, please reach out to me for a phone call. I'd be happy to have a call with you if there's time available. I hope this video was helpful for you, and if it was, subscribe so that I see you in the next retirement-focused video, and have a great rest of your day.